College football pregame show. This is Mike Clark, head football coach of Lycoming College, the Warriors. And here we go. It seems like a pretty fast year, wasn't it?
John, it's amazing how fast the time's gone. So, we're really pleased with last year, but we got to remember that what we did a year ago really doesn't matter anymore. And we've had a nice preseason, and we're excited for the 2009 season.
I understand the recruiting year was pretty good. You're up close to 150 players.
Yeah, we started just under 150. We had more coaches go on the road than ever before, and we were able to sell a reasonably successful season a year ago. So a lot of kids kind of, I guess they say, drank the Kool-Aid a little bit and bought into where we're headed, and really pleased with the new guys, with all of the freshmen and transfers.
What kind of coaching changes have you had this year? I don't believe Radachai's back, and maybe some others?
No, Steve is back. Denny Hammond's back. Obviously, Coach Weiser, Coach Weber are back. We've actually added some guys. We did lose a couple just because of timing issues. The two young intern coaches that we had a year ago, Coach Yapel and Coach Rowan, are not back. They've both pursued other opportunities, and they were two good young coaches, but we've replaced them with two outstanding young coaches again, in Greg Meyer, who's doing our wide receivers, and Kyle Cathcart, who's working with our backers with Coach Weber. So the two interns would be the biggest ones. Ken Tallman's not with us this year, but Ken had some personal things late that he's not working with us, but Carmen Bianco's back, Coach Radachai's back, Coach Hammond's back. We've added a guy named Mike Bolzar, who's a local guy that's working with our D-line as well. So we're really pleased with where we are coaching staff-wise right now, John.
As I remember last year, maybe one area you had to fill in was the offensive line. Did you get some good recruits, and how's that looking right now? Yeah,
John, we feel good about that. We fortunately added a couple transfers that have all stepped up and are going to be significant contributors this year. So, we had 2 or 3 guys with returning experience, and we added some great freshmen and some solid transfers who have helped us really solidify that group.
Defense looking pretty good?
Yeah, that defensive line is tough. Good group. We're deeper at linebacker. We're missing Nick Reese a little bit in the secondary, but he's coaching with us now too, so he's around, and his presence, I think, helps those young kids back there. But, at safety, Travis Leonarchek and Chuck Bolito were both very good players a year ago, and they're both back. Jimmy Daly's an outstanding player at the corner spot. So we're pretty solid defensively right now.
Looking over or switching over to the offensive squad, is the quarterback spot pretty much nailed down? I heard maybe you got a transfer in for a quarterback.
Yeah, no, we added some young kids, some talented quarterbacks as well, John. But Colin Dwyer's our starter. Colin's had a very nice preseason, and I think he's clearly our guy. Timmy had a nice camp as well, Tim Hook. And then there's, Taylor Green's done some good things. Zach Klinger's the transfer from Washington and Jefferson. And then there's a freshman named Nate Vocal from Lake Lehman, who's a good player. So I think we have 4, maybe 5 very capable quarterbacks. So we're really pleased with our depth there.
I understand, looking back over my history, you were coaching at Rowan in 94, 95, that area?
Yep, that's when I started coaching back in the 94, 95. So this will be my first part of the Rowan Lycoming series. I was at Princeton actually in 96 and 97 when both of the Final Four games happened. But it's neat to be back. I'm good friends with the Rowan staff, and certainly feel very, very proud and honored to be here as our football coach. And I think we've got a great matchup this weekend. Two very good teams that are, similar trends. We both had 4-win improvements a year ago. We both want to win the Division III national championship, and I think you're going to see a heck of a football game on Saturday afternoon.
Does it give you a little maybe inside track on Rowan, or have they changed a lot since 14, 15 years?
Yeah, no, John, they're different. I mean, we did a 2-game film exchange, so they've seen us and we've seen them. But, other than knowing Coach Accorsi as a person, schematically, I don't think that it gives me any insight, really. Yeah, I wish it did.
Okay, well, I'm sure you're excited to get this going. Seems like late this year, but it feels like football weather, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. We're excited. Like I said, I think it's going to be a heck of a game. They're good, and we certainly think we have a chance to be a pretty good football team. I think Saturday afternoon should be hopefully an enjoyable afternoon for everybody watching the game.
Good luck.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it.